This guy's bruising. Fuck Carter, this man ain't a legend. Said he made us challenge, but we challenged for second. 5 years, no trophies, get sacked in a second. Drop me out, this trophy jars coming like bangers. And yo, owners, what you saying? 800 know all these players who are not creating. No trophies in phase 5, look how we're playing. Ryan, we did it with Leicester, what phase we're staying? Liverpool just picked up a title. We don't stop to be humble, you're dismissing the rival. But that you catch a bullet, dismiss with this rival. Mickey's dead on arrival. Headshot, he can hardly breathe. Dying outside the Emirates in this armory. Tell him real gunner shooting on the wing like I'm a breed. I'ma catch Mikel Arteta in an artery. Tell him I want him out. Fuck Mikel Arteta, get him out. Super deeper Mick, I want him out. I can't stand this little prick, we need him out. We need him out. Fuck Mikel Arteta, get him out. Fuck super deeper Mick, we want him out. We can't stand this little prick, we want him out.
Oh, boss, that game against Bournemouth was crazy. The last minute goal, we went nuts. Though some people say every time we win a game, we celebrate like we won the league. We don't over-celebrate, do we, boss?
Oh, no, Martin Odegaard. I don't think so.
Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. Caramba, big up to everyone that's locked in. We're going to get through this press conference. I've not even seen it yet, so we're going to get through it together. And yeah, come on, guys. Believe, guys. Get behind the process, guys. Let's go, guys. Yeah, let's go. Let's run this.
Feeling how preparations going? Feel refreshed ahead of the new season?
Very good, very excited about the new season. We already had a very good in Spain. Training really hard with the new signings, really good connection between all of us, and now again, super excited to be here. Incredible welcome for our supporters here. They are so passionate, adapting as well to the context, the weather. We weren't able to train today, so we have to adapt to those situations as well. And yeah, very excited to have a very successful tour.
We spoke.
Okay, you're very happy with the players that we've added to the team, yeah? Okay, cool. I just want to make this clear, though. I want to make this very, very clear, because we know how this fan base like to move the goalpost. I like to talk about Arteta hasn't been backed. Have you heard this, yeah? Out in Singapore, start of the season, he said he's very happy with the additions. He's very happy with the players and that brought into the squad, the combinations, the environment, and the context, the weather is why Arsenal haven't played so far. But, bro, I just want to make it clear. This manager just said he's happy with the signings, yeah? So, when we don't win the league, I don't want to hear no excuses, no bukaria about, oh, he hasn't been back, he needs his ingredients. He just said he's happy with the signings, right? Cool, let's continue. Let's continue. Context. I know you man like context. Let's go.
To Gabriel, and he said the new signings have made him feel excited. Do you feel the lift they've given to the group? Do you feel it yourself?
Yeah, it's like shaking the tree again and bringing new faces. They bring new excitement, new energy as well. We signed very important players as well. And again, I think everybody feels like the heights has to go again to a different level, and what we're seeking.
Okay, let's just stop there. Man just said new environment, new faces, refreshed. And everyone's excited, and these new players have taken it to another level. Really? Has Kepa taken us to another level? Are you, bro? Don't gaslight me. Don't gaslight me, bro. Don't gaslight me. You're talking about taking it to another level. What level has Kepa and Norgard brought this team? What level have they elevated this team to? Let's just be honest. What level has Kepa brought to this team and Norgard? Zubamendi, we don't even know. Maybe it works out. So I ain't really going to cuss Zubamendi too much. But what other players have we brought in that's elevated the level of this team? How? Is Norgard starting over Zubamendi and Rice? So what level is he brought? Is Kepa starting over Raya? So what level have they actually elevated? They haven't elevated any level because they're both going to hold bench comfortably. Bro, I've seen this crap before when this manager said that Calafiori are a great player. Oh, yeah, we're bringing Moreno, great player. What level did they elevate us? What level did they elevate this team? At least be honest, bro. This guy's a barefaced liar. You're a barefaced liar. Those players hold bench comfortably. Comfortably hold bench. And you're talking about elevating levels. No. Do you know what elevate the level of the team? Get Gyokeres over the line. Get Lookman. You should have went in there and got Mbuemo. You should be going in there getting Rodrigo that's going to Liverpool. That's going to raise the level. I agree with raising the level. The problem is the players that you brought in so far do not raise the level. Is Zubimendi better than Partey? There's an argument to say he's not. There's an argument to say he's not. We'll see. But so far, what level have we elevated? I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is with this manager, isn't it? Barefaced liars, bro. Barefaced liars. Let's continue.
How much of your job is psychological with this group now, after going so close to the last 2 or 3 years to convince them that they can go one step further this year?
Well, they're fully convinced. The good thing is I don't have to convince them. They know how good they are and how close we've been. And yet, at the end, it's those details, those edges that make you make the next step, which we all want. And
let me just stop you there, Mikel. Let me just stop you there. The players are fully convinced. If the players are fully convinced, why Saka not signed a new deal? Why is Saliba not signed a new deal? Why are we still hearing that Saliba's going to Madrid or Madrid is still interested, still trying to get Saliba over the line? If all the players are convinced, why do we still have some of these players that are nailed on starters in this team? Some of the favorites of the fans. Why are we still got question marks over their future if they're fully convinced? Your words, fully convinced, you know. Olha bem pro molho. Eu pareço palhaço ou quê? Eu sou palhaço? Sou estúpido? Eu nasci ontem? It seems like you need to be convincing the players instead of trying to convince the fans, bro. Because there's some big question marks over their future. Man thinks because Gabriel signed a contract and Ethan signed a contract and Lewis Skelly, they think that everybody's convinced. Everyone's convinced. Sign those contracts then. Sign those contracts. Sign those contracts, because if we lose Saliba, what, Mascara's going to be the answer, yeah? Kivio's going to be the answer, yeah? Okay. But everyone's fully convinced.
Working on them realizes where they are and the basic things that we need to have throughout the season to put ourselves in the best competitive opportunities and chances to have the biggest probability to achieve our goals, and that's a daily work. That's a responsibility in each individual as well, and excitement as well.
Okay, stop there. Man's talking about all the fine margins and the improvements we're doing every day and all this kind of crap. What fine margins have you improved? What? Because I'll tell you right now what we needed to improve. I'll tell you right now, Mikel. We need a striker. You're struggling to get one. We need to overhaul all of our strikers. Let's be real. Havertz ain't good enough. Jesus injury prone. Gyokeres by himself. You better pray that he's fit for the whole season. You better. You better hope he's fit for the whole season, because then we're back to the crap that didn't get us over the line last season. We need competition for Saka, because you thought doing the cheapskate thing with Sterling. What are we doing now? We've got Madueke. But it looks like Madueke is going to be on the left. How are you going to evolve Madueke? How are you going to get the most out of Madueke when you couldn't get the most out of Trossard? You couldn't get the most out of Martinelli. You couldn't evolve Marquinhos. But we're supposed to believe that you're going to get the most out of Madueke. Okay, no problem. What about Odegaard? What about Odegaard? Because you're probably going to use Ethan as rotation for Saka. So what's going to go on with Odegaard? And I'm only going off of that, Mikel, because last season, when Odegaard got injured, you'd rather play defensive midfielders in the number 10, move Trossard to the number 10 before playing Ethan in the number 10. That's a natural number 10. So what have we done to get that over the line? Oh, we're waiting on Gyokeres to go and get Eze. Well, I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. The centre-back options. Oh, you're going for another centre-back that's not good enough in Mascara when we already had Kivio. Okay, so you're going for another centre-back that ain't nowhere near the level of Saliba and Gabriel. When we've already done this with Kivio. We've already done this with Kivio. What's going to go on with Lewis Skelly? Are you going to play Calafiori? Because we were so defensively solid when Calafiori played on the left, innit? I don't get what this guy's talking about. The fine margins, I don't see you improving the fine margins. As I see, you ain't improving the fine margins as it stands. But there we go. It sounds nice, innit? It sounds nice.
This is the first time we've been able to speak to you about the new signings you've made. Just start with Martin Zubimendi. How pleased are you to get him over the line? Because obviously there was competition for his signature.
Yeah.
It was a long process.
It was a long process, and as you said as well, he had a lot of opportunities to decide whether he wanted to come, and the good news is that this club is amazing, you know, and everybody wants to come to it, and he left something.
Oh my days! It's a long process. Wait. Let's just stop at the long process. It wasn't a long process for Liverpool to go in and get Verts for over 100 M's. Wasn't a long process. It wasn't a long process for them to get Gyokeres. It wasn't a long process for Man City to get Mamouche. It wasn't a long process for Man City to get Cherki, to get Reinders. It wasn't a long process. It wasn't a long process for Chelsea to go get Ja Pedro. Wasn't a long process. It wasn't a long process for Chelsea to go get the lap. Weren't a long process, bro. So I don't understand this whole nonsense about it's a long process. What long process? Even Newcastle have made signings. What are you talking about? Long why has it always got to be a long process? And then to lie and say, oh, well, everyone wants to come to this great club. Everyone wants to come. Really, everyone wants to come to this club. Everyone wants to come to this club. May I remind you, Mbeumo turned down Arsenal Football Club to go to Man United. Now, I know Man United historically are a bigger club, but I'm talking about where they currently are. Where they currently are as a team, and this process is supposed to be the next best thing in world football. He rejected Phase 6 Mikel Arteta to go play for Ruben Amorim. Where the fan base are still divided on Ruben Amorim. Where they're falling down towards the bottom of the table. He preferred to go to Man United. And you're telling us that everyone wants to come to Arsenal. Everyone wants to come to Arsenal, yeah? What about Rafinha? Because he decided to go Barcelona. What about Isak? Because he decided to go Newcastle. What about Buendia? Stop with the lies, man. Stop with the lies. If it's so easy, everyone wants to come to Arsenal, we'd already have the players that we need. We already have the players that we need. How long have we been in talks? We've been linked to Xavi Simons for how long? Why is he not over the line if that's the player that you want? Eze, we've been linked to. Why didn't he come? We're linked to Olise. Why didn't he come? He went Bayern Munich. If everyone wants to come to Arsenal, then I shouldn't be here complaining about numerous positions that we needed to strengthen. Numerous players that we've been linked to, transfer window after transfer window, and I'm still yet for them to get over the line. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We were supposed to be in for Ollie Watkins. We were in for Ollie Watkins in January. Ollie Watkins and Cunha. Cunha's got Man United. Ollie Watkins is decided to stay at Villa. I thought everybody wants to come to Arsenal. Apparently, we're in talks of Paulinho. It looks like Spurs may be able to get him. So everyone wants to come to Arsenal, yeah? Cool. We're in for Eze alongside Spurs. It's reported. If they get Eze, cool. I want answers, innit? Because according to you, everyone wants to come to Arsenal. But let's continue.
Opportunities to come to us, and very impressive. I think we are all very impressed with what we've seen in the last 7 to 10 days, because once you have the player daily there and you see his character, you see his personality, his intelligence, and how much he's going to bring to the team, very excited about it.
No problem. I'm expecting him to be a baller, but you said this about Calafiori and Moreno, the last players we did, and the last window, the last players we got. And how did that work out? You said that we're going to see the best out of Sterling. Really? He was getting outshone in the Carnival Cup and the FA Cup by Ethan in his first year of men's football. Imagine. Hold that. So, yeah, we'll see. We will hold you to your words. Because you man love to, this club, this manager, and this ownership love to talk these big talks. You better listen. You better be producing. I'm not hearing all this talk. You lot love to talk and waffle at the start of the season. I'm expecting results.
You know, I cannot comment in any player that is not part of our group yet, and I won't have something concrete to offer in any case to any player. We will do that.
Sorry, now, slightly similar question. I think you've got 4 new players through the door. Do you expect any more to join you out here in Singapore?
It's still a long time, in the window, and we are seeking still in terms of numbers. We are short, and we have to improve the depth and the quality of the squad, and we are constantly looking in the market. But till that happens, again, focus on the players that we actually have, work with them, and I'm very pleased with what I've seen so far in the first term.
Okay. The first thing, I agree with him. We are short. Thank you very much for confirming exactly what I said. We are short in terms of numbers. To say we have a long time in the window, and this is why we miss out on targets, because you man want to drag your feet, take your time, not get the players over the line, whatever, man. Just get the right players in. Just get the right players in. I don't want to hear nothing about we got loads of time in the window, because then it's going to be the excuse of, oh, we don't want to overpay. We don't want to do this. We don't want to get in the bidding war. Oh, the player chose to go elsewhere. That's why you got to be proactive. That's why you got to be proactive. I'm tired of this, man. Let's continue.
Or as you have it already, who can we expect to see some making a move trying to get into the first team for next season?
From the young players, I mean, they have the opportunity. The window is open. Whoever knocks so hard and kicks that door is going to have the opportunity. So we're going to have games now. We're going to have the opportunity to see some of them. So it's up to them.
Wow.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Wow. Let's continue. Let's continue. Here we go. All right. Hurry up, man. Stop the ads. There we go. Let's pause. Let's get into the comments real quick, and then we'll continue with the press conference. What's man saying? Arsenal always dragging out the window, saying that in the press conference is telling Arsenal fans he's not really focused on signings. It sounds good, doesn't it? They'll say what they think the fans want to hear in it, because they know the fans they're not convinced, innit? But it is what this fan base won't hold them to account, bro. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Arsenal have had a short squad for 3 years, you fool. Unbelievable. Facts. We have. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Players preferring Man U to Arsenal is wild. That says a lot about our position as a big Premier League club. Exactly. I thought we're so great. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy, bro. Big up, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Northside, I pulled the plug on Watkins' deal when Arsenal tried to sign him in January. How do I know? The legend Carl Walsh told me and many others. Bro, he probably did. Big up Northside in the chat. I'm 100% on board with everything you're saying, my friend. This manager's a clown. Big up, bro. It's a joke. It's easy to say all these things, yeah? We are tired of words. We want to see, yeah? We want to see action. We want to see results. We don't care about chatting anymore. He's been chatting for 6 years. Bro. Exactly. It would have been a great signing, bro. You know what I mean? And Bummer was going to United all day long. He wasn't trying to go to stay at Brentford. Yeah, he wasn't trying to stay at Brentford, but why didn't we show more ambition and try to get the player? How many times we've been linked to players and they've gone elsewhere? Yet we were in the running. The player said he prefers Arsenal. Why can't... Do you know what I mean? We get finessed in ways we never finesse other clubs, man. Yeah, I'm saying, what about Durant? Bro, this guy don't know a player when he sees one, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. This waste man and his PR bullshit, it's all rubbish, bro. It's all rubbish. He talks and talks and talks and talks. Where are the players, bro? Where are the trophies and where are the players? That's what we want to see. We don't want to hear and see nothing, bro. The way he's trying to finesse the whole thing about, oh, there's loads of players want to come to Arsenal. Yeah. We done so well. Oh, we fought off so many players, so many clubs to get Zubimendi. Bro, that's what you're supposed to do. This guy wants a round of applause for things you're supposed to be getting players in. There's always multiple clubs in for big players or players with a high ceiling or players that are top players. This happens all the time. It's only this club that we make things. Everything at this club has to be made to seem like it's a miracle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Liverpool got Wirtz from Man City. What's man talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? Wirtz didn't want to go Man City. Man City were interested. He went to Liverpool. Boom. That's it. Like, this isn't something that just happens to Arsenal. Like, you want a round of applause. This is what you're supposed to be doing. If your system and your phase and your project is so amazing, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You want a round of applause for things you're supposed to be doing. As a big club, you're supposed to be getting big players over the line. Come on, man. Oh yeah, so many teams are interested. I don't care, bro. That's what you. I don't care, bro. I'm tired of this club always doing the bare minimum, wanting a massive round of applause. They want us to clap for flipping Zubamendi for flipping weeks and weeks and weeks. No, go to the next target. Go to the next target. I'm tired of it. Always dwelling on a signing, bro. Go to the next target. We've had a whole bench last season that we couldn't use. There's a lot of holes in this team. Go and strengthen this team now. I don't get it, bro. Big up to everyone that's locked in, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Let's continue. Let's continue with the press conference. Let's continue. Oh, crap.
New signings today. Got one player who's obviously.
There we go.
We talked a bit about new signings today. Got one player who's obviously not with Arsenal anymore. It's Thomas Partey. He's now facing some very serious criminal charges. Can I ask your reaction to that? And obviously, he's not an Arsenal player. Was the prospect or possibility of those charges a factor in the decision not to renew his contract?
Well, I think the club was very clear in its statement. There are a lot of legal matters that are very complicated, so I cannot comment in any of that.
I appreciate that, but
You cannot comment on that, yeah? But you, man, were trying to offer him a contract, though. You, man, were still playing him week in, week out with the knowledge of what was going on. You see what I'm talking about, the gaslighting with this club? You, man, were playing him week in, week out, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, legal matters we can't get into. There's a lot of legal matters. But the legal matters didn't stop you playing him. The legal matters didn't stop you at least saying, yo, we got to protect the reputation of the football club. We can't have a player with accusations and things like that on his name. We have to, he can't represent this club at the moment. City did that with Mendy. So don't try and sit here and say, oh yeah, but there's loads of things we can't, there's loads of things we couldn't talk about. And, we don't want to talk about the situation. You offered him a new contract. His contract ran out and you offered him a new contract. So what are we talking about? So if your stance is so, oh yeah, well, we can't allow a player like that, it's a sticky situation. Why are you offering him a new contract then? It's either you're behind the charge, a player with charges like that can't represent the club and you ice him out the club, or you get behind the player and you offer him a new contract like you did and you tried to style it out. Now that he's gone, it's kind of like feed him to the wolves. But you weren't feeding him to the wolves when he was still under contract. So don't come out with this rubbish like this football club took a stance. You, man, didn't take no stance. Your stance was playing him because you knew Mika Moreno wasn't good enough and you knew there's nobody else in the team that offers what Partey offers as a football player. So don't sit there now and act like, oh yeah, we took a hard stance and we weren't gonna, we don't want to talk about it because it's serious allegations. You didn't take it as serious enough to make him hold bench, or not even hold bench, ice him out the team. Whatever, man. Whatever. The lies and the manipulation and the gaslighting, I'm not hearing it.
a lot of fans have questions over the way in which the matter was handled by the club. Do you feel confident and comfortable that the club followed all the right processes in that?
100%, yeah.
Thank you.
Man said 100%. We dealt with it in the right way. You dealt with it in the right way. How? How did you deal with it? Did you deduct his wages? Did you stop him representing the club? Did you make him stay at home? Did you stop him training with the club? You did none of that. How did you deal with it in the right way? What did you do? What did you do? You literally treated him like every other player, and then you offered him a new contract. What are you talking about? What discipline was shown to Partey while on contract at Arsenal? Bro, this is what I mean about this club, bro. It's all for, look at him, straight face. Look at the way he's clenching his face, bro. He knows he's lying through his teeth. Now, I know that he's not gonna call out the club because he knows he's never getting a job like this again in his career. I'll put money on it. He's never gonna get a job as big as this again in his career once he bottles this job, because he's already bottled it. So of course he's not going to throw the club under the bus. But don't lie to us and say, oh yeah, we did everything possible with the Partey deal. Everyone could see. The way that the club dealt with the Partey deal, it just goes to show this club has self-interest at number one. They don't care about trophies and they don't care about anything. As long as everyone's behind it and it wasn't out yet, oh, Partey this, Partey that, they just swept it under the rug. Then when it become a big issue, oh, we're not going to offer no more contracts. You don't want to offer no more contracts to Partey. You don't want to renew his contract anymore because you know you're going to get backlash. This club is bullshit, bro. This club is full of crap, bro. This club is full of absolute crap. But anyway, let's continue.
Hi. Andrea Mazzotti, Gazzetta dello Sport from Italy.
Hello.
It's a pleasure. I would like to ask you something about Calafiori. What will you expect from him this second season in Arsenal? Because he had an injury in March with the national team. I think he's fit because he's playing the last part of the last season. What do you expect from him?
Well, a big season for him. He looks very, very excited. We know that one of the biggest things we have to achieve this season is availability. It's true that the main two injuries that he had were in international duty while he was playing with Italy. But these things can happen, and now we want a player that consistently is available and performing at the level that he can do, because he brings an energy and unpredictability to the team that we're really going to need it, and it was certainly missed for a big part of last season. So hopefully that second season, with more understanding, a little bit of more luck as well, which I think he will need as well, we can see a great version of him.
Really, I would love to have. I'd love if one of the journalists would have asked him, Arteta, can you specify what football attributes differentiate Calafiori from Zinchenko? What attributes does he have that Zinchenko doesn't have? What? They're both good on the ball. They're both good at going forward. What defensive attributes does he bring to the team that makes him an upgrade, levels above Zinchenko? Because I bet you couldn't explain that. What's he going to do? What's he going to say? Because both of them 1v1 are poor. Defensive position is poor. They both get cooked 1v1. And we're going to see a different version of Calafiori. Well, if you can mold a player like that to be better, why can't you do that with Zinchenko? Why can't you? Because Zinchenko's literally the Ukrainian version. So why couldn't you do that with Zinchenko? Saved us money, and then we could have spent that money on Eze or other players that we needed to go out and get. I don't get it. I don't get what he's bringing to the team in terms of footballing, in terms of being a left back. What does Calafiori bring that Zinchenko doesn't bring? Where is the upgrade? Where's the level up? Like you said at the start of the press conference. And to talk about, we've got to work on his availability. Well, you said that about Tomiyasu, and you terminated his contract. So what's the difference? Is Calafiori the new Tomiyasu? Are we going to be stuck with him for the next 4 or 5 years? It's a joke, man. A player that we ain't even got that long ago, all of a sudden injury after injury, on top of not being good enough, on top of being dispossessed by Lewis Skelly in his first year in the men's game. It just deep that. And I'm supposed to believe that at the start of this press conference, he said, oh, yeah, we got players that are leveling up the team. Really leveling up the team? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. It is actually crazy, bro. It's crazy. The lies is crazy. The lies is absolutely crazy. He would not be able to tell us exactly what his levels in. Apart from his hair. Apart from his hair. Unfortunately, this ain't RuPaul's Drag Race. Do you know what I'm saying? This ain't Diddy making the band. This ain't the Pussycat Dolls. No one cares. I don't care about his hair. Unpredictability of a defender. The unpredictability of Zinchenko and Calafiori is both of them can't defend. That's the unpredictability. But they're supposed to defend. They're starting in a defensive position, but they can't defend. Oh, my days, bro. It is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Look at this arrogance as if he's won 3 Premier League. Why the fuck? When he's done fuck all, bro. That's what I mean. He doesn't get challenged enough in his press conferences because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The only thing people can say is believe. I'm not blindly believing in anything. Believe. They love him, bro. The Cronkies love him, bro. The Cronkies love him. The Cronkies love this guy. He's the mini Wenger, bro. The mini Wenger. Knows how to finesse, knows how to spin a story, bro. Yeah, there's some body language communication. Look at his face. You know, he doesn't fully bite. Look at his face right now. Does he look confident? He don't look confident, bro. He don't look confident talking shit, bro. Talking shit. But he thinks he's going to come out here and defend the Cronkies. Yeah, the Cronkies will feed you to the wolves like they did Wenger and like they did to Unai Emery. As soon as everything gets on top, all of a sudden, you're going to get axed like Ned Stark in Game of Thrones in the first episode. Your head is getting axed. So you keep defending these man like they ain't got your back. Do you know what I'm saying? You're in the job as long as you can tame the fan base. As long as you can tame the fan base. As soon as the fan base flip, yeah, you the only head's going to roll is you, bro. Do you know what I mean? There's only so long they can keep getting rid of sporting directors and people like that above in big positions at Arsenal. So you continue to defend them, bro. These men ain't got no loyalty to no one but their pockets. That's the Cronkies. That's the Cronkies. So this is what this manager's stupid. Because you don't understand, yeah? Him not calling it out, yeah? Watch. I'm telling you now, the next head to roll is Arteta. And if it's not his, he's second in line. If it's Berta, then it's going to be him. Trust me, they ain't going to be able to keep finessing it. You know what I mean? So he can keep trying to defend this ownership and defend the club. The club. Okay, we'll see. We will see. Northside, what will be the excuse this year for Legohead when he fails again? Will it be he didn't get a left winger or enough time in pre-season? How far would the Cult move the goalpost to justify Arteta's failures? We'll see, man. We'll see. It all depends what Twitter says, because that's what they go with. What Twitter says. That's what they go with, bro. They're so original. They call people like me out, oh, you're trying to be this person, that person. These men just follow what Twitter says. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
For example, days to have been losses, you see Arsenal in Singapore, you know, before the team has changed like almost like 95% since the last time we were. So, what do you trying to say to the fans waiting for this moment and to see the new players that also extend the like to catch games to find this?
Well, our supporters here are very passionate already, and I think they are very excited to see the team. As you said, they haven't seen the team for a while, so leave it, connect with them. They are already in the hotel and training sessions very close to us, and now provide the best possible performance. Training session, we have the opportunity, the activation that we have as well, immerse in the culture, try to understand as well the way they feel about us, and make them proud.
What's the culture, Arteta? What is the culture? Because I'll tell you this. Let me explain to you. The culture with Wenger was playing great football, and the first 10 years, challenging and getting over the line, not allowing it to go 4, 5, 6 years of no major honours. It was when we didn't get over the line, we'd go out back in the market and we would make sure that we recruit the right players and we get over the line. That was the first 10 years of Wenger. We arguably played the best football in England in that period. In the first 10 years of Wenger. That was Wenger's identity. Possession-based football, technical ballers mixed with, first, the defence that he inherited from George Graham. Great defenders, Lauren, Toure, who else? Flipping Sol Campbell, Tony Adams. Do you know what I'm saying? Lee Dixon. Great defenders, technical players, great defensive midfielders, Alex Saul, Patrick Vieira, and then players with flair. You had Ljungberg, you had Perez, you had Henry, we sold Anelka, we got a training ground, we got TT in. Do you know what I'm saying? We had Bergkamp. Do you know what I mean? We had Perez, we had Antonio Reyes. Do you know what I mean? We had Fabregas. This was the identity of Wenger. It's very easy to explain the identity of Wenger. What is your identity? You went from attacking football, from stinking it out at first, to attacking football, to then part the bus football. What's the culture that you've brought to this? What's the culture? I don't get what the culture is. What is it? Coming second every year. Is that the culture? What's the culture? unlocking players. Complain about referees. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. It is a fucking disgrace. Complaining about the ball. Complain about the weather. Is this what it is? Shouting outside your technical box. Long throw-ins against PSG. Everyone defending the ball. Defensive midfielders in the striker position. DM in the number 10 when Odegaard's injured. DM at right back position. And number 10 in Zinchenko at left back. Is this what it is? Relying solely on Saka. Is this what it is? Unlocking strikers that can only score 13, 14 goals. Is that what this is? Relying solely on the starting 11 and not even getting a bench that can actually affect the game or change a game or get you over the line or get the points needed, get the goals. Is this what the culture? I don't get what the culture is. Can you explain to me what the culture is here? Because I'm not really seeing it, bro. What I'm seeing is just believe in Arteta. Just believe. Believe. Back the boys. Every time you're in a pickle, we need the fans. We need the fans to get back. You know what? The fans will get excited, yeah, when you win major honors. Instead of doing your own job, we need the fans. The fans need to be together. The fans need to get behind the collective. The players need the fans, the energy. We need the fans. We need the fans. Shut the hell up, bro. What is the identity or what is the culture that you've brought to this team? The closest you've been to win a league title, you completely abandoned that. And instead of evolving your system, you just went straight to, we're just going to stink it out and defend. That's your answer. That's your answer. Getting kicked out of cup competitions by Liverpool, West Ham, Newcastle, Man United, Bayern Munich. This is what we are. This is the culture, yeah? This is the culture that you've reinstalled back into the club. Let the fans understand the culture. I don't understand the culture. It's a loser mentality. That's the culture. Let's continue.
That's objective.
Head coach is DJ from local Sweden. So my question is pretty similar in the big difference. So 10 years ago, you lifted the Premier League Asian trophy as a captain of Gunners in the same stadium, and now you're back as a manager. How's your personal feeling about that?
It's a great story. Probably 10 years ago, I wasn't expecting to be sitting where I am. A lot happened. I have great memories for the time that we had 10 years ago here. So hopefully we can replicate that, train in the manner that we want. I think commercially as well, send the messages and the connection we want to the supporters, and we have to perform in the matches, do it and win the games.
10 years ago, you never thought that you would be here. Exactly. Neither did we. And unfortunately, as it currently stands, we're stuck with you. That's what it is. Even he didn't believe he'll be here. What kind of mentality is that? You didn't believe that you'd be at Arsenal? This guy's a loser, bro. This guy's a loser, I'm telling you. He knows he's lucky to be here. How are you saying, 10 years, I didn't think that I would be here? What, you didn't think you're going to be a top manager? No? You didn't think that you're going to be a winner? I could have told you that for free. You could have earned your stripes at Barnet. You know what I'm saying? You could have earned your stripes at Barnet, bro. Man knew he knows he shouldn't have this team, bro. He shouldn't be at this club. I can't wait, bro. Hopefully you man are right, bro. Hopefully he is sacked by September. I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of this. The excuses don't work anymore. All the people want to get behind this. It don't work anymore. You've had 6 years. It doesn't work anymore. Win or get out now. There's no more time for, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. You man are too. Nah, we're not hearing it. We ain't hearing it no more. We're not hearing it. You man told us we're going to get top players of Champions League. You man told us that the players are going to develop into top players. Whether they did or they haven't, it's time to deliver now. It's time to deliver now. You man gave Unai Emery less time and you were just as critical. So you know what? I don't want to hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. You man didn't have all this trust the process when it was Unai. But Unai had to get sacked because he was 5th. This manager finished 8th 2 seasons in a row. And you're still telling us to get behind the culture. I'm not hearing it. Get behind the team. Get behind the culture. What culture? Culture of what? Bro, this guy, but everyone can see he's a fraud, man. It's just the majority of this fan base just want to hold on, bro. Holding on to that Arteta bitty, bro. Here we go again. Fuck's sakes. Stop with the flipping ads, bro. We're going to play it in a minute. Hold on a sec. Hurry up, man. Move, man. For this. Get my face. Another flipping advert, man. For this. Move, man. Get out my face. Let me see what this clown of a manager's got to say, man. Yeah, move, man. I already know about deodorant. Who doesn't know about deodorant? Move yourself, man. Yeah. 3 times stronger. Yeah. Move your dirty self. Let's go.
Players in. Was it always the case to have this number of players in before the tour starts, and how eager were you to get as many in as possible before this tour?
Yeah, ideally you want it on day one in pre-season. So I think we've done very, very well so far. I'm very pleased with the way the club is supporting the necessities and improvements that we required in the team. I think Andrea and the team have done an excellent job as well, trying to push everything forwards, and still a long time to go in that window. We have still a lot of hopes that we can still improve the team, and we're going to continue to try to do that.
So in terms of the players you want to bring in, are you?
So ideally you wanted players in before pre-season. I actually agree with that. So why is it not done? Why is it not done? Why is it not done? I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just not hearing it. Why is it not done? I actually agree. He should have had the players, the majority of the players that are going to be starters in the upcoming season. He should already be in the team. And he should be using those players and getting them used to the system that he wants them playing, and them getting used to the players and getting and building a connection with their fellow players. You know what I'm saying? They should be learning how Saka wants to play, or how Zubimendi wants to play, or how Declan Rice wants to play. I actually agree with that. So why has that not happened? But here we go. Bert is doing an excellent job. So he's happy with the players that have come into the club so far. And he's saying Bert is doing an excellent job. I don't want to hear no bucaria when things go sideways about Arteta did not get backed. He has said in his first press conference back this season, in pre-season, he's happy with the players and he's happy with the job that Bert is doing so far. So I don't want to hear it.
On schedule, ahead of schedule, behind schedule?
I'm very pleased, that's what I would say. There is a lot of parties and a lot of things that we have to bear in mind to get a player over the line and here, but I'm very hopeful that we're going to do it very soon.
Has it been stressful for you in terms of getting all these new deals over?
Exciting. I think the moment you see the club ownership with the ambition that we have, to see the alignment that we had with everybody in the board, with Rich, with Tim, with everybody that is connected, with Andrea working, and the excitement that everybody is expressing about the new season, super positive about it.
Gabriel's.
He's super positive about the new season. You hear that, yeah? Okay. He's super positive about the new season. He's happy how the transfer window's gone. Bert is doing an amazing job. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, well, you know, he needs his players. Oh, he wasn't able to get his player. That's not what Arteta is saying. That's not what Arteta is saying. So, yeah. Good luck with that excuse when things go sideways. Now, in the end, if in doubt, call Berta out, innit? These men they'll blame Berta. That's what it is. They'll blame Berta, bro. It's interesting. Arteta's very happy, yeah? He's very, very happy. North, I've been hearing excuses again today on another channel, but everyone stay calm, but everyone relax. I went through all this for at least the last 10 years. Repeat. Exactly. These men try to gaslight us like we ain't been through it. And the thing is, they try to make it seem like we're unreasonable and how much annoyance we have towards this club. It's like, this didn't just start with Arteta. But the problem is, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you're not going to get this club over the line, get the fuck out. Simple. Same energy for Unai, same energy for Wenger, same energy for any manager. But these men try to make it seem like, oh, but it's, you know, Arteta, he needs it. Nah, bro, we've been waiting. No. We've been waiting too long, bro. Been waiting too long. I'm tired of this. Yeah, that's true. It is the same manager. But guess what? Yeah? Postecoglou was able to win a trophy, and guess what? They still got the same dead manager over there at Tottenham. Let's just be real. It's not like their manager was any better. And guess what? Postecoglou was able to win in Europe with their shitty ownership, bro. So this is the thing. Even though I agree with you, how did Ange do it? Sorry, Poch. How did Ange do it? I said Poch. I meant Ange. How did Big Ange do it when everybody knows Daniel Levy does not build that team to be successful? And yet he was able to win something in the second year. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Maresca won 2 trophies, even though Chelsea are built differently and they're managed differently. Still, it's not Roman there anymore. He did it. Do you know what I'm saying? He did it. He won 2 trophies. So I'm not hearing it, bro. Whether the same ownership's here or not, there's other managers here that have ownerships that are not necessarily winners. Do you know what I'm saying? How did Crystal Palace win? Are their ownership built to win major, well, not major honors, but to win trophies? Crystal Palace, that's the first time they've won something in their history. Would you say Crystal Palace have been built to win trophies? At least they went to Bayern Munich. They lost their best player just not that long ago. Eze's on the way out. They still won a trophy. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not hearing it, bro. Was Unai Emery when he won a Europa League at Villarreal? Was that team built to win trophies? But he won. There's loads of managers that win despite of the ownership, bro. Let's be real. FSG are moving crazy now. FSG haven't always moved crazy. Liverpool fans have a lot of times had times where they've been cussing out FSG. And Klopp still won up against Man City. The all-conquering Man City, they still won league title. So I'm not, this is what I'm saying. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it.
Recent return to the training pitch, just how's he training and when exactly will they get back to the pitch in action?
Well, we haven't seen them for 4 or 6 weeks. They come back and they seem older, more mature, really excited. Gabby as well, because with his new contract as well, he showed his commitment to the club and that he continued to grow in his role. So I'm very pleased. He played 45 minutes. Was yesterday, no, Saturday, yesterday, against Watford. He looks in good shape. William Saliba as well, so we have missed a lot of players at the end of the season, but they all look to be in the right direction and to be fit and contributing too.
Calm, he talked about Gabriel signing a new contract. Why didn't they ask him about Saka and Saliba? What's the update on that? I thought his words at the start of this press conference, everybody wants to sign for Arsenal. So if everybody wants to sign for Arsenal, why isn't Saka and Saliba signing a new contract? They got 2 years left on their deal. Why are they not signing a new contract, please? Why did they not sign a new contract? Why did Partey turn? The reason Partey is not here is because Partey declined the contract. So why didn't Partey, if everyone wants to stay here at Arsenal, why did Partey, don't let this club gaslight you. They offered Partey a contract. He declined the contract. So why did Partey not sign the contract if everybody wants to stay at Arsenal? Everyone wants to come to Arsenal. Why didn't Partey stay here? Why did he turn down the contract then? Why did he turn down the contract? Fucking liars, bro. Big up Rob, man. I know Zia, you were backstage as well. Once I do the press conference, it's almost finished. I'll get you man on, yeah? Big up to you, man, yeah? Just wait patiently, I'll get you man on, yeah? Big up.
Let's go. There's another question.
I'm I reckon makes any players got signed for Chelsea in the last 10 years. That's 6 under your management. Why do you think it's like such a big relationship with Chelsea compared to other clubs? That's like double the amount since you came in, pretty much any other club was signed. So I'm just wondering why we have such a close relationship with the rival.
Probably because they have some great players and a lot of players. But yeah, we try to focus.
Wow. We have a great relationship with Chelsea because they have some great players. Check. When he was over the hill, great player. When he was over the hill, you know, not in his prime, because Peter Cech in his prime was an absolute cold goalkeeper. Let's just make that, yeah, I mean, let's get that correct. In his prime, we got him when he was washed. Willian, great player, yeah. Willian, great player, yeah. David Luiz, that was a liability defensively. getting sent off and everything. Great player, you know. Great player. Kai Havertz, great player. Sterling, great player. Jorginho, great player. These are the great players that taken from Chelsea. Not Caicedo, not Lavia. Yeah, I'm saying. Not Enzo, not Cole Palmer, not players like that. Not Pedro. No. Madueke now. Madueke. This guy's really gonna sit here and make it. Oh, they got great players. If they got so many great players, why didn't you sign Raheem Sterling on a permanent then? Why didn't you sign Raheem Sterling on a permanent feel that book that? If the players are so great, why did you get rid of Jorginho? He's a great player. Why'd you get rid of him? Why'd you get rid of William? He's a great player. He's a great player. Why'd you get rid of him? This guy's a gaslighting motherfucker. I'm tired of this dickhead, bro. I am tired of this guy, bro. The lies, the manipulation, the gaslighting. I am tired of it. I am tired of it. What great players have we got from Chelsea? Gallas, probably it. That when we bought, he was a very good player. I'd say very good player. Or you say great, but very good player. Gallas. That's about it. That's about it. What other player did we get from Chelsea that was a great signing that we're like, yeah, that's a serious signing? I'm tired of this, bro. I'm sick and tired of this. Let's end this press conference.
On the players that we want to sign, regardless of the club that they are in, it's probably a coincidence. Well, it's not a coincidence. Obviously, it's the squad and the quality of the squad. And while I'm here as well, congratulate them for winning the Close World Cup, because I think it was a big achievement for them. And yeah, with none.
Yeah, it was. It was a great achievement. Where's our achievement, Artel? Chelsea winning the Club World Cup. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Great achievement. Where's our achievement? Did we achieve in the Europa League? Did we achieve in the Champions League? Did we achieve in the Cups? Did we achieve in the Premier League? No, we're just here to celebrate everybody else's victories. Celebrate. Whatever, man.
I'm very, very excited. You've seen the reaction of all the players as well, which they know them, especially the ones that know them very well. And he needs a little bit of a break now, but he will be with us soon, showing what he's going to bring to the team.
Oh, okay. Madueke. Okay, Madueke is going to show us what he brings to the team. I've heard this before. I heard this shit with Sterling. Oh, Madueke is going to show us what he brings to the team. Okay, no problem. I've heard this before. I've heard this when you lot were talking about Havertz. I heard this when you're talking about Sterling. I'm yet to see what they bring to the team. But anyway. Rob King, what are you man saying, bro?
Big up Buffy, man. Oh man, super duper Mick, man, at his finest, man. Like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Madueke is a good addition, you know. But Madueke is a good addition, but it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how you man haven't got Gyokeres over the line, because the amount of reports I've seen of Fabrizio Romano saying Gyokeres, here we go soon, brother, is being like, bro, this saga with Arsenal and Gyokeres has been going on for ages, bro. And it's like Arsenal have the money to get Gyokeres. Obviously, they probably don't have the money to get other signings after that. But they have the money to get Gyokeres, but they just don't want to. They just don't want to pay the add-ons. It seems like they just don't want to play. It seems like these men are penny pinching, like how my club. Obviously, my club got the deal over the line with Brian Mbeumo, but that took like 7 weeks. Man United were penny pinching over 5 mil to get this guy over the line, and Arsenal are doing the same thing. Berta and these men are penny pinching over like 10 million, 5 to 10 million to get Gyokeres, bro. It's it's just crazy work, and it's like Zubimendi is the only good player that you've really brought in, and he's not an improvement on Partey. So Like, obviously, the mascara, apparently, with the mascara thing, apparently, I heard Troop say that apparently with the mascara thing, it's apparently problem with there's problems to do with the paperwork. That's why they are delaying the announcement and all of this. But it's like, I don't know, man. Your club is just a mess. After, even if you do get Gyokeres over the line, if you want to get Eze and players like this, you man are gonna have to get rid of like your Fabio Vieiras, your Reece Nelsons. You know you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to get rid of Zinchenko, all of these bench players, bruv. Like, you're gonna have to get rid of all these bench players. But the problem is, your club in the past, your club have put them on stupid wages, bro. And this is why a lot of club. This is why your club. This is why other clubs are not taking your players, bro. And like I said, Arsenal need someone to replace Partey. Like I said, they still need a 10 and they still need a left winger. Look, I think Lookman's going to Inter Milan for like, I think it's like 50 million euros. That's like, you know what I mean? 50 million euros is like you could have done with that guy on the left. I've been saying it. Obviously Lewis Skelly as well is your starting left back, but if Lewis Skelly gets injured, then you're gonna have to play Calafiori. And we all know what Calafiori is like 1v1. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy can't defend at all. So yeah, man, I don't know with Arsenal. I just think I think you will get the Gyokeres deal sorted, but at what cost, bro? Because the Madueke, it seems like the Madueke transfer has cost you to get that 10 and possibly cost you to get in a left winger. So I don't know, man. Mikel Arteta, you know what I'm saying? Super duper Mick, you know what I mean? As a lot of this fan base will say, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the man doesn't know what he's talking about nowadays, bro. Like, this is the same guy what was talking about how the football flies different and all of these things. It's like, you can't trust anything what this man says. So it's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Rob, what are you saying, man? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're not on mute. I don't know what's going on. Maybe your mic's not connected. I'm not sure. No, not sure. But
it should work.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. That should work now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fans in our fan base who seem to think that this manager, there is no other literal human being alive that could do a better job than this manager. And it's kind of amusing watching them say all this kind of nonsense and then trying to sort of like reposition themselves and sort of like change the goalposts and change the context and change everything that they kind of feel that is kind of going to try to excuse him. It's going to run out at some point. And I was actually going to ask you guys, like, do you think, because obviously with what got Wenger out eventually, and it was far too late in my opinion, but what eventually got Wenger out was like having a half full stadium. Do you think that fans within the course of the next 12 months are going to get to that point to get Arteta out? Because I'm not sure still. I have this sneaking suspicion, because obviously Arteta's got another year left after this season, hasn't he, on his contract, I believe. So I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to run down his contract. And we're going to be, I hate to be kind of like negative Nancy or whatever, but I think we're going to be stuck with him until this time 2027. I think they're going to let him run his contract down. I can't see them sacking him because I can't see that there's going to be enough fans who will vote with their feet, so to speak. But I just wondered what you guys thought of that.
I don't think so.
I think there's little things, that there's little wars that Arteta is losing, in my opinion. And what I mean by that, little wars, once upon a time, this fan base believed that Arteta is going to get the best out of Martinelli. He's going to be on track with Saka. You've now seen this fan base, literally, Martinelli's been linked with other clubs, and there's no top gooners saying, no, we can't get rid of Martinelli. That's one of Arteta's favourites. The fan base has also lost faith in Trossard. That was a player brought in by this manager. The fan base have also lost faith in Zinchenko. The fan base also showed their true colours and how they feel about Odegaard now, in the fact that they all want Eze to come to Arsenal. Even a lot of these channels that are putting out all this Arsenal prop, they're all saying Arsenal must sign Eze to win the league. They know Madueke is going to start on the left. They want Eze to start in the number 10. Once upon a time, and Rob, you know this as an Arsenal fan, Odegaard, you could not replace Odegaard. Odegaard was like the savior himself, resurrected to save us. He was like Ozil resurrection. I'm telling you, he was a favorite. Now you're seeing, they're now showing that they don't fully believe in Odegaard, because now we can go, if we don't get Eze, we can say, well, you man, you can't be defending Odegaard like that because you said there's nobody better, but you man were asking for Eze. They told us that Havertz was untouchable. If you don't see what Havertz brings, we're going to start Havertz. He brings something to the table that Arteta wants, and he's part of, he's a profile of Arteta. You now see that they all want Gyokeres. So the Havertz as a striker, they don't believe in that anymore. Odegaard is starting number 10, they don't believe in that anymore. Calafiori, let's be real. Yeah, but gassing up Calafiori. Maldini defenders, they don't want him anymore. Now they want Skelly. Kivio they'll back in, saying, oh, but Juventus want him, they don't want him anymore. They're losing. These are the little wars, that I feel that this manager's losing. And ultimately, he's gonna lose. When you lose all these little battles, you're gonna lose the war. Because the fan base are losing faith. They lost faith. Normally, this fan base back any signing by this manager. When we signed Kai Havertz, we saw this fan base making so many excuses why Havertz has to come and why Havertz was the right profile. They don't have that same energy for Madueke. That's losing faith in the players and the manager's profile and the ingredients that the manager needs. These are little battles that he's losing. So even if he doesn't go this season, I reckon within the next 2 years, he's gone, bro, because they're losing faith. Best believe as well. And these are just what the fans that want this manager to stay. They all saw what we saw at the end of the season, saying the bench ain't good enough. When we got Jorginho, these man was saying Jorginho, but he's he almost won a Ballon d'Or. He's a World Cup, he's a Champions League winner. Oh, look at what he won at Chelsea. All of a sudden, when Jorginho went out the door, they're happy that Jorginho went out through the door. So all these little wars, that this manager's been saying, yo, we need Jorginho, we need Zinchenko, we need Havertz, we need Odegaard with no competition. With Saka, it doesn't matter if he doesn't have competition. Oh, Martinelli, we're gonna develop Martinelli. All these wars he's losing, bro. And eventually they're gonna come for his head. So even if it doesn't happen this season, I reckon next season he's gone, bro.
Also, this idea that I was just gonna say, also this idea that the Emirates is like a wall-to-wall support for Arteta is just completely false. I mean, we already heard stories. There's quite a few people, like Kenny has said, Aaron has said in previous streams about how there's actual fights that have been happening on the concourse with disagreements about whether Arteta should be here, whether he should be here, blah, blah, blah. So there's already that friction occurring. I just don't know whether there's going to be enough in terms of the next 12 months, which is obviously like my hope. Obviously, we're stuck with him for the start of the season. I don't buy into this idea that he could be sacked during the season. I know they sacked Emery during the season, but I just think Arteta just has this unbelievable level of clout, this unbelievable level of unearned clout that I can't see Arteta being fired like during a season. It would have to be after the season is finished. So for me, we're stuck with him until, this time next year at least.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll walk himself because obviously, Jesus Christ, look at he's looked in, hasn't he? I mean, flicking hell, like fair play to him. Like to some degree, as much as I don't like the man that much, I mean, at all really, fair play. He's looked into a serious job here. Do you know what I mean? He's getting paid. He's quadrupled his wages, I think, or tripled or quadrupled his wages by not really doing anything, achieving anything other than an FA Cup win. So, I mean, why would he quit? So he's not going to quit. I know he mentioned in his first season that he might quit. Yeah, bollocks. Things change. He's not going to do that. So I just don't see there's going to be enough to get rid of him. And this is what my fear is. I mean, maybe I'm just being a bit paranoid. I just don't think there's going to be enough to get rid of him even if he doesn't win anything next season, unless he finishes outside the top 4, which I don't want to happen, obviously. But it's kind of like, obviously, look, this is what people I think misunderstand about ourselves as well. When we talk about Arteta and Arsenal, we would like nothing better than Arteta to win the title, to win the Champions League. That's what we've been demanding. And then when people sort of turn around and say, oh, well, you can't celebrate it because if they win the title, it's like, well, no, you got it completely the opposite way around. Of course, we're going to celebrate it because that's what we're calling for. That's what we're demanding. It doesn't make any sense for you to say that you can't celebrate this anymore. So, yeah, I don't, obviously I do want him to win things, but I just don't see it happening. And I also, unfortunately, don't see anything. I don't see any repercussions for him if he goes another season, the incoming season, without winning anything. And it's just fucking irritating me, man.
I just don't see it, bro. I really don't see it, and I think the other problem is with your fan base is that they are justifying backups like No God and and Mosquera and these players there and Kepa. It's like, bro, it's like all the best. I said it before, and I will say it again. All the best teams that won titles and dominated didn't have backups. They had every player was challenging for their position, bro. Yeah, every player was challenging. Like, I can say as a United fan, if Wayne Rooney and that didn't perform, we had Berbatov, we had Javi Hernandez. You get me? When Man City were dominating, man, obviously when Sane and Raheem Sterling weren't performing at City, they had Foden. When KDB wasn't performing, they had Gundogan. Arsenal should be signing players that can come and improve the first team straight away, and then the backup then the backup players become the first team players in the Arsenal team become the backups. That's how it's supposed to be. But like justifying all the backups like Norgard and this and that, like Norgard is a decent player, but he's not better than Jorginho. He's not better than Jorginho. Zubimendi is not better than Thomas Partey. Kepa and Neto is much of a muchness, because also Neto did well at Bournemouth. People say Kepa did well at Bournemouth, well also Neto did decent at Bournemouth. You get me? So that is much of a muchness. So I don't know, man. Like, your fan base, the problem is with your fan base is that they've had too much sentiment, and they also have a go at you guys for criticizing Arteta and criticizing certain players. Like, they will say that, they will say that Saka is world class, and then when you say that Saka isn't world class, and all of these things, when you say that Saka isn't Yamal and Saka isn't this, like, they will say, oh, you're racially motivating, you're hating, you don't deserve to support Arsenal. They will say all of these things, like, and they will criticize you, when they put these kind of players on these kind of pedestals. And it's like, and it doesn't make no sense. It's like bringing in Mikel Moreno. Yes, he worked out as a 9, but you bring in Mikel Moreno as a midfielder because the talk was bringing in Mikel Moreno was going to unlock Martin Elliott on the left wing, and we seen that hasn't worked. Same thing with Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? Kai Havertz is going to unlock the front line. You know what I'm saying? Kai Havertz is going to unlock the front line. Never ever happened. You get me? So yeah, man. Like, the problem is like, will majority of your fan base, like, will they protest against the Cronkies and these people? Because, like, obviously Arteta being a massive problem, but also the Cronkies also have been a massive problem as well. And this is the thing. So I don't know, man, with Arsenal, man.
I hear it, man. I see us getting linked to Xavi Simons now. And now, because he's being linked, a lot of people are now, oh, Xavi Simons, maybe you can do that. Bro, come on, he's not good enough. For 56 million is according to the report, is what they want for Xavi Simons. Just go get Eze. I'm tired of this. We've done this before. Like, Xavi Simons, does he really move the needle? I'm sorry, I don't believe so. I think he's technically a decent player, but I don't feel like he's that creator that we need. I don't feel like he's that player that is ready now to get us to win trophies. He's 22 years old, and I just don't think he's that much of a jump ahead of Odegaard. I don't.
No.
I don't. So this is the thing, like for 56 million, just a couple extra more millions, go get Eze. We already missed out on Elise. This club always try to act like they're too flipping smart. I'm just not on it. I'm not on it. Sorry, I'm skeptical. Like I don't feel like Xavi Simons. I've seen him before in the Champions League and that, and I'm like, yo, he's a decent player, but he's not someone that's I agree. I completely agree. I just feel like he's a decent, tidy player, but I don't feel like he's this crazy creator. I don't feel like he's this player that's going to be.
It's the same as Odegaard, isn't it? He's a decent player. That is it. He's a decent
That's
player.
it. Yeah.
But then that's not what we're looking for. That's not a player who's going to win you a title. Hence, we haven't won a title yet. I mean, what I also just pick it up on something that you were saying there as well. Like, what about the fan base? I mean, it's kind of like King. It's kind of like you don't. The one that gets me is you don't deserve Arteta. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Yeah.
You don't deserve Arteta.
I don't. We deserve better.
Ironic. This is exactly my point. It's ironically true because yes, we don't fucking deserve Arteta. We've got 6 fucking years with this bullshit now, and it's like, come on, bro. Like, what do you mean you don't deserve Arteta? There is nobody else living in the world who could do a better job than this manager. Name him. Name him. It's like then you name them and then they go, oh well, no, he wouldn't do it. No, he wouldn't do it. No, he would do it. Oh, you got like sort of like a sort of like lens into alternate realities, have you? Okay, bro. Yeah, seriously, just piss off with this. It's just got a bit tiresome. I've just got to the end of my tether a little bit with this now because it's been so long for us, hasn't it? It's been bloody 5-6 years now that we've been dealing with this, and we've been sold a load of promises, and we hear the same old worn out hackneyed sayings every summer or during the season. Blah blah blah, and you know Arteta, the politician. I mean, the press conference you just showed there was just classic Arteta. I mean, but I do feel like I was just going to say I do feel like, especially as well in the latter few press conferences he did in the Premier League at the end of last season, he's sort of faltering a little bit. I think he understands now that he's kind of there's some proper pressure for him, and like he just seems to be a bit more rattled to me. He just seems a bit more like you were saying about the facial expressions, the body language I was commenting on. That he does seem to be, it's under his skin a little bit now, and I think he knows that it's the TikTok is coming.
Do you know what it is, Rob? He's that fat girl in the group here that thought she's one of the bad bitches because there's other 10-10s around there, yeah? And she thought she was one of them, just associate with them. But then, the end of the night, you know, that 9 out of 10 or that 8 out of 10, she's talking to
reality hits.
That one talking to her next man, that one talking to the next man. And next thing you know, you're there at the bar saying, babe, I want to go home. I want to go home. You want to go home because you ain't what you thought you was. You was around the 9s out of 10, the 10 out of 10s. Pep Guardiola and them and them. But you on your own, you're a 4.5 out of 10. That's what you are.
There's still some idiot who'll take her home though, isn't there?
Yeah. There's still some, but you get what I'm saying? You thought you were 10 out of 10 because you was associated with the 10 out of 10. No. You were the bodyguard. Yeah? That's what you was, bro. Like Whitney Houston, the bodyguard. Anyone that's watched that, that's what you were. You were the bodyguard. You ain't Whitney, bro. You ain't Whitney. So let me just tell you that now, Arteta, that you're not that guy. And man telling me, Simmons is another project player. Bro, all the project players, most of them have gone sideways or declined. Martinelli, project player, downgraded under this manager. Odegaard, project player, got worse under this manager. Havertz, project player, went south. Jesus, project player, went south. Marquinhos, project player, went south. Fabio Vieira, project player, went south. All these players weren't of the level that when we bought them, and they currently are not. And arguably, a lot of them worse. Lokonga, project player, went south. Carl Hein, went south. Ronison, went south. Kivio, gone south. Not good enough. That's why we're getting Mascara. That's why we're getting Mascara, bro. Because this guy ain't good enough. Zinchenko, gone south. All of these guys have either stagnated or gone downwards. So this is why I don't want a project player. Saka was Saka regardless of this manager. He was Saka regardless of this manager. This is the difference. Rice was not created by Arteta. He was a player that came in already at this level. Partey already came in at this level by Atleti. Saliba already had the ability. This manager is not the guy. Gabriel, cool, I'll give you Gabriel. The fact that he's been here 6 years and only one player, you can sit there and say, yeah, he's definitely developed this player. And that's because most of the time it's easier to defend as a centre-back when you've got 2 defensive midfielders in front of you all the time. And you've got one of the best centre-backs in world football. Let's be real. It's not like Gabriel didn't have the players around him to help him thrive. You did. You had Saliba next to you. You had Rice and Partey next to you, always sitting back, shielding that back line, helping you. You had a team that then grew to be defensive minded and stopped being expanding, putting you under pressure to allow you to prosper. That's the reality, bro. That's the reality. You weren't developing under a system like Klopp at Liverpool, where they're playing a high line, Van Dijk and them man there, and all of a sudden, there's high lines all the time. You're getting exposed all the time. No, you developed under a system that helped you because you get an assistance by all the other players having to track back and defend first. Let's be honest. I'm not saying Gabriel ain't a good player, but you had the platform to go levels, bro. You had the protection. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, man. I'm just tired.
And then when you got,
I'm not hearing it about project players.
And then when you got like players like Ethan on the bench as well, when you got players like Ethan what are just sitting there on the bench, and you're not even giving the guy minutes. It's like Odegaard is thinking it out week in and week out, and we all know. And I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I've known from when you bottled the top four, when you were 93%, when you bottled the league again, and then when you bottled the league again, the last 10 games, players like Odegaard, they're nowhere to be seen. When you need these guys to step up in the last 10 games of the season, like Saka's a very good player, but this is why Saka's not world class, because he doesn't step up enough in the biggest of moments in the last 10 games of the season, in the Champions League semi-finals. You get it. Same with Odegaard. Even with Declan Rice had 2 good games against Real Madrid, and all of a sudden he's the best. You know what I mean? All of a sudden he's the best. You know what I mean? DM in the world. He's better than Rodri. He's better than Casemiro. He's better than Caicedo and all of these players. But Declan Rice was nowhere. But Declan Rice was nowhere to be seen against PSG in the first half of the season. So Arteta is just very, very stubborn, and the thing is that obviously the first title race that you was in, you played attacking, counter-attacking. You played some very, very, very good football, and then he went to the pragmatic thing, and then the following season after that, he went from the set pieces and that. You get me? Man went from the long throw-ins and the set pieces and all of that, and now probably you will get Gyokeres over the line, but it's like when you bring in Gyokeres, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to go back and change the system again. And will Arteta be brave enough again? Will Arteta be brave enough to change the system to go back to the attacking football when you were 93% top of the table with Gyokeres? I am not sure. Arteta, you know what I mean? He could invent something new defensively. Or something like that, a new defensive formation. We don't know with this man. So yeah, man. Like he's had the time, bro. No other club. If he was in charge of Man United, any other club, Chelsea, any other club, this manager would have been sacked, bro. 100%. Arteta would have been sacked. Yeah. For any other club, but since the Arsenal, bro. You know what I mean? Because since he came from Arsenal, and he used to be an Arsenal player, the Arsenal fans love him, bro. They love anything that he does. This is the same guy that also, when you bottled the league the first time, brought in a dog and called it win. You know what I'm saying? And people, and you bottled the title the next day.
I swear down, every time.
But the thing is,
when the dog gets a shout out by a king,
every time, bro. Every time it has to happen, bro. Every single time. It has to, bro. It has to happen, because it's like when you got and then when you see the players doing. Oh, let's say hi to Calafiori, guys. Let's say hi to Declan Rice. Like we're in freaking primary school, or it's a nursery and that. Fam. You know what I'm saying? Or freaking getting players to do freaking lemonades and that. You get me, bro? squeeze lemon juices and that, and it's like, bro, it's like, bro,
I've
why
seen
are
the
you?
clip, yeah.
This is the
You man
culture that
seen the clip?
that
Yo,
man are
King, have you
setting.
seen that clip of, have you seen that picture, yeah, of all of them standing on the stairs? Have you seen that video?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
Gabriel's there kissing up Odegaard's ear and that.
yeah, bro.
I swear down, I seen it. I was dying, bro.
Yeah.
I swear down. What are you saying, those here, man? Live and direct
Bro,
between jobs and that.
nah, you know what it is? Nah, because I'm about to go to my friend and buy bank. Listen, I just wanted to quickly stop by and no trolling, actually, honest opinion on Arsenal. Yeah, bro, I'm actually trying to give you man benefit of the doubt. Like, wallahi, I really am, bro. You know the whole Zubimendi thing, the Gyokeres thing. Bro, I said this to Yasser when he sent me one of the posts, bro. I'm like, just when I try to give benefit of the doubt, these man somehow are still not trying to get Gyokeres and like, pay the money, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you want your man, you gotta pay for your man, bro. I say this for my team as well. Like, I know what's going on over there, but hey, they want to put the money up for Madueke, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is he gonna be your starting left winger? This is the thing. Like, you man could have put that bit of money as well for Rodrigo, but instead or Eze, but you're putting it for Madueke. Like, I just have a feeling Arteta is still running decisions at your club. I don't think it's fully Berta. People will say it's fully Berta. I don't think it's fully Berta. Because if it was fully Berta, you would have gotten Gyökeres over the line and you would have got a competent winger, but instead you're going for Madueke. And he's already signed.
I don't know. You know what it is, those here? I think Berta is from like the Califiori mold. You know, them beta males and that. That's what I think, bro. He just pops up, yeah. He's just there for the photos, bro. I can't lie. I thought, people think 'cause he's Italian and that. He's on the Sopranos thing, bro. Nah, he's not, bro. He's just there, bro. He gets them to sign the paperwork. He takes the photo and that's it, bro. Because it don't make sense, innit? Nah, it don't make sense. And you know what's
Whatever
mad?
it is.
You know what's mad?
Bro.
The agent, Madueke's agent, is Xavi Simmons' agent, by the way.
Off.
So guess what? He is trying to ship Madueke. Well, he shipped Madueke one way, and now he's trying to get off Simmons, bro.
Yeah. By the way, that link, bro. I'm not
That's
gonna
crazy.
lie. I wouldn't be shocked, by the way, Yasser, if your agent played a role, because, bro, all of a sudden today, boom, Chelsea now negotiating. Like, things
Bro,
moving
he's
shady,
keen,
bro.
bro. They're saying he's keen on the move and everything, bro. And he plays. I think
Yeah.
it's mad.
Bro, it's only today it started. It didn't even start any other day. Just now news came out today, like this afternoon.
Yeah.
That's why I think, bro, that point you made is very strong, like, and valid. Like, I don't know, but the point is just, yeah, man, it's just Arsenal. It's like you think they move serious, and then they make one dumb mistake, and they're like, yeah, you realize, yeah, they ain't serious like that. The Mascara guy, I don't know much about him, so I'm not gonna say much, to be honest.
What I've
But
heard
yeah.
hasn't been positive.
No, he just
there you
got
go.
pace, and that's it. That's what I've heard.
But like even
He's
the
a
Berta
baller,
thing,
bro.
yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I'm starting to feel like maybe some of the props we given Berta was really more Simeone than Berta. Yeah, I'm saying, because
It could be.
I'm starting to look at him and think this is why Simeone at times was just shouting at man. You know what I mean? And just putting him in his place. Because he was all smiles when it was Kepa signing. He was all smiles when it was Norgard. Let's not go on like this guy. This guy was by himself smiling, bro, picking these up in a black taxi. Let's just be honest about it, bro. Like, you can't blame our tab.
Black
You're
taxi,
there,
you know.
picking him up, bro. You're picking him up like you're picking up your mum after she's gone back to the, you know what I mean? Back to the heritage, back to the country and that. Went to go see all the villages and that, and then come back. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's just be real, bro. Like, at the end of the day, some of the hype around Berta and some of the signings that we put down to Berta, I'm looking at it like I don't truly believe it's all him. Like, I feel like this guy, Simeone, was onto man when he was trying to sign bums at Atleti, and everyone's just saying, "Yo, it's Berta." And I was guilty of that as well. But now I'm looking at, I'm thinking, this guy likes to sign a couple of duds as well.
Yeah.
And there's
bro.
no bad thing about signing duds, yeah. But there's a way to sign duds, isn't it? There's duds where you can say, okay, I can understand. You know what I'm saying? There was, this player he just didn't reach the potential for X, Y, and Z. It made sense at the time, but it didn't work out. You can understand that. Like, I'm not stupid. Not every signing is going to work. But you can't tell me the logic behind Norgard and Kepa.
Listen to this,
especially
bro.
with market opportunities that were in the market. It don't make sense, bro.
You want an example though, North? He's the guy that bought Felix for 100 or whatever million, even though if you really look at it, he never suited their system in the first place. Remember, they just played proper. They had that counter-attacking system, defensive and
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
Felix was more of a footballer. Like, you get it? He's the guy that sold that French guy, bro. What's his name again? Griezmann, and then bought him back again. He bought Diego Costa of us for 60 million. Imagine, yeah, no, when he left us for 60 million, and I think he scored 3 goals in 4 years. There's a lot of talk over there, yeah, that tells me that he also used to buy the project player thing. So, you know, a lot of people were thinking because he was at Atletico, he was going for this amount of strikers and all that, but he also bought a lot of these project players, Nakasesco and that would have also been on his radar. Does that make sense? So it's not something that we could really separate and say it's only him, yeah. But at the same time, there's a reason. I've from what I've read, yeah. And I've talked to Joey. He was on yesterday. The Chelsea fan. He does a lot of scouting. These men that play a lot of Football Manager, scouting, and they watch He watches all these other leagues and that. Yeah. He was telling me from before, saying, "Yo, listen, yeah." Even Prime was telling me about, "Yo, Berta, there's a few reasons why they used to clash with Simeone a lot. Yeah, because he used to lose them a lot of targets. So potentially, see the way you could potentially, and I'm not saying you will, but the Gyokeres deal, you see the way it's going on now. There was similar ways where because he likes to do certain things in his way, deals can break down, or people can lose their target because of how long things can dwell on it. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree
man.
with that 100.
This is you're seeing it now because we're all saying you should just bought Gyokeres, but at the same time, no one in their right mind is looking at it now, thinking, okay, give me a real reason why the Gyokeres deal ain't gone over the line if the base fee has already been agreed. Do you get it? It doesn't make sense, bro.
Well, it's not even
The
that
penny
expensive.
pinching on the add-ons. That's what it is. The penny pinching on the add-ons, bro. That's what it is. They don't want to pay the add-ons, whether they are achievable add-ons or not. They don't want to pay the add-ons.
This is why I don't excuse it, yeah, King, yeah, because they told us, yeah, that the Madueke deal and the other deals will not affect getting in Gyokeres and Eze. We have not even got Gyokeres over the line, and we're already stumbling. Do you get me? This is why I know this club is barefaced.
Sorry, yeah. With the Eze deal, we've inquired about Eze, yeah. His release clause, they want it all up front, and he wants big wages and that. So we're unlikely to go for him. This is probably why we went for Simmons today, and obviously today. So I don't exactly know how it's gonna go yet, but you get the point, innit? So we're not trying to go for him, especially for, huh?
Sorry, Yasser. So Palace don't want to do installments; they just want bump up front.
They want 60 M's, whatever that is, if his release clause is up front straight away. But basically, you just pay it off, get the player, and go. And that kind of gives me an idea that if you guys don't end up going for him, it might be he might stay for like a year. You know what they do with the Zahas and the Ulises and that? They might just end up a year. They want that 60 million up front, and that doesn't really sound like an Arsenal thing, unless they really need it.
Arsenal shouldn't have bought Madueke then. Yeah, I'm saying either way, yeah, this club is fucked. There's no way around it. Like, you shouldn't have bought Calafiori, shouldn't have bought Moreno, and you shouldn't have bought Madueke. There, you comfortably would have paid the money up, and that's a player that elevates us. So either way, yeah, I hear what you're saying, yeah, and I get what you're saying, but at the same time, there's no excuse for this club because there's 3 players that we brought in that are nowhere near the level that you would have had the cash already available to go sign him.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you go and buy these bench players, waste the money, then all of a sudden we're tired. Oh yeah, this has been the situation for the last 20 years. I've seen this bullshit for the last 20 years. So it's like, bro, I'm just tired of it. Like, these man, yeah, love to spin it. Like, yeah, don't worry about Madueke. Calm. We got the money for Gyokeres, and don't worry, that's not going to affect the Eze team. Bro, I'm not hearing it. This is what I mean. Why are we not shifting play? I've been saying this from the start of the window. Why are we still not shifting players? I'm seeing articles here about, we got to lower the wage of Fabi Vieira. Francisco, I'm going to let you get in right now. Does Porto want to buy Fabi Vieira?
Quick answer, fuck no. let's fucking face it. They already bought Gabi Vega. They bought some Danish fella from Copenhagen. They rebuilt the old midfield. What the fuck? They want some anoretic Charlie Chaplin.
Oh my days.
But he's
Yes,
a baller, though.
totally
You don't know ball, man. You don't watch the Portuguese league.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they think football in Portugal is the same as Singapore.
Dude, that's crazy work. I can't lie.
Yeah, you know, like this situation about Gyokeres, okay, is going really crazy because Sporting are really stretching it to get like a big load of money, and if this goes out, I'm seriously afraid that the negotiations may fall through. And why the fuck is the now we are seeing Liverpool doing madness? So Ekitiki, and apparently they are linked to Rodrigo.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who,
crazy.
Liverpool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And now thing is now, if Liverpool wins again the league, it's because they spent so much money. Where the fuck were you when they only signed Chiesa? Oh, but they had a Rolls Royce of a team. Like, bro, these guys spinning around, get out of my way. Bro, these motherfuckers would be experts in building roundabouts in fucking Fiji. I mean, seriously, man. It's fucking fantastic. Meanwhile, we already have we expand our centre back option. Okay, nobody left yet. Kiwior is still there. I don't know why the fuck we signed the Italian Mustafi, aka Calafiori. I don't get it. Other guy is still on the team because let's fucking face it, he maybe super duper meek likes skinny Norwegian boys. Okay, if he's into that shit, okay, you better be a football manager. If that's your type in your private life, yo, he's on you. And now we signed Matweke. Yeah. Every top gunner is jerking off on social media. Oh, the world is yours. He passed the Fipes test. A Fipes test. Fucking hell. He's a footballer, not a fucking YouTuber. And now
It's vibes, test, man. It's all vibes, man. But don't be negative.
But it's the fact that we're having these conversations
good at
now.
Afro Nation, man. You know what I mean? With the new
Carnival and that, bro.
You're gonna have the
Carnival,
Afro Nation, man. Are you not going, Francisco? You're not going to Afro Nation, no?
Nah, bro.
I think Macy's there right now, no. You know what I mean? Macy's there right now.
Yeah, man, Burger Boy, bro. Yeah, man, Burger Boy at Wireless and them things there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That you know what? That's what By the Way is doing, bro. Hey, that's what By the Way is coming in for, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just noticed that one thing. Like that Mbuemo situation. You signed a player for the exact amount that Brentford wanted. That the guy was like 1 year left in his contract. So let's fucking face it. We know that everything in Arsenal stinks. It really stinks. But bro, Man United, bro, Ineos is being even as shit as the Glazers. So let's fucking face it. Let's stop with this savior complex. Oh, we got a new owner. He's gonna save us. Fuck hell. The club belongs to the fans, not from some rich owner. The only thing he wants is get the fucking profit, get money for the investment. Let's keep it real, man. This is why I fucking hate the way the Premier League is set up. Yeah.
What about Benfica, Francisco? What about Benfica? Because I saw Benfica have made some signings.
Yeah, Enzo from Valencia. He was sent on loan from Aston Villa to Valencia. Richard Rios is signed, but we still need a fucking right wing and a competition for Pavlidis. Maybe perhaps a centre back.
Yeah, I'm pissed about that. Like,
Bro,
we
Richard,
needed him,
I
bro.
need my money, bro, for Felix, man. Come on, bro.
Richard,
You know what I mean? Give me my money for
Richard
Felix.
Rios, man, my club needed him, bro. Like, but it is what it is.
No, North and Francisco, you need to rise up the money for Felix. You know, they must send it to me. I'm waiting.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to send to Benfica Strokes a plan how to fucking rock, how to ice rock Fort Knox, man. Yeah, this is like João Felix. Let's fucking face it. He didn't step up. He didn't step up in Atletico because of the style of play. He didn't step up at Chelsea because let's face it, Chelsea has so many players. So no wonder Bonnie Blue likes that fucking team. I wonder why. AC Milan, he went to a team that is a fucking mess. Barcelona, when he arrived, it was a mess, but he wasn't able to step up. This is a situation that João Felix needs Benfica more than Benfica needs João Felix. You know what I'm saying? Because for João Felix, this is the last stand. If he can step up at Benfica, his next destination is coming MLS or fucking Saudi League.
Big up Capo, man. Big up
big up
Capo every
Capo.
time, man.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's going to be a really fun locker room. It's going to be a very fun locker room. Richard Rios is a bowler.
Yeah,
Great signings.
He's one of the best
Yeah.
teams I was watching in the
United should have got him, man. I'm actually, bro. Yeah.
But he's going to the Farmers League, though. Do you want him, King? He's not prem proven.
They fumbled him, bro. That's it. United ain't got the Benfica pull north. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean? They ain't got the Benfica pull over right now.
Well, no God's been proven, so you know what I mean. So we can. No, I mean, they better say no God's been proven.
To pull Embuemo all the way back from London all the way to Manchester, bro. Look how long it took them to sign him, bro.
No, 6 weeks, like 6 to 7 weeks, bro. Like, yeah.
My
The
question,
fact that we're having these conversations now, 6 years into a quote unquote process, we're still having these kind of conversations when if you are genuinely competent and deserving of your fourth highest paid management job in the world, then you would have built something properly in 6 years. Now we're having the same conversations that we were pretty much having 5-6 years ago when he 1st took over. How it's just a continual process, is it? Like, I mean, at what point? He literally said to Willian when he signed Willian that he was going to win the Champions League in 3 years. That was 2 years ago. What the fuck is going on?
he said the same thing now to Madueke. You know?
Yeah, at this point, I think Arsenal is like football's answer to Internet Explorer. Like real talk. 6 years we're still talking about the fucking process. Arne Slot in the first year won the fucking league.
But the thing, well, sorry, I was just going to say to the point that Real King made as well a couple of minutes ago about like fans accepting this. If Arteta was, if any manager, whoever they are, was the manager of Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, whatever, and they've gone 5-6 years without winning a trophy, the same fans who are backing this thing still would be mocking relentlessly the Liverpool or the Man United for keeping the manager. It's mad hypocritical. It's like it's just ridiculous to me, honestly.
Yeah. You know it's crazy. So my question was, North, yeah, how many defenders do you think went to the pre-season tour?
8 defenders, probably about 8 or 10.
We need all of them to function. Like, bro, like 80% of the squad is defensive players.
10. You took 10 defenders to the pre-season. So that what
coach wasn't he?
Playing over there, fam? You know what I mean? Like what, bro? That's a mad, bro. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, bro. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you take 9-10 defenders, bro, how's your lineup gonna look like?
You don't understand what Arteta's cooking, bro.
Yeah, he's building the human wall.
Now, I can't lie, man. You man are scaring me, bro. How's my phase 6 gonna look like, fam? If phase 6 is playing up, like, playing all your defenders, bro, I'm doomed.
Man.
Yeah,
I still got this fraud of a manager, bro. I still got this fraud of a manager talking about after the preseason game. We Leeds, we lack pace in the midfield, and we need a progressive midfielder. Well, you had the chances to sell Bruno Fernandes, and you didn't. So, so there you go, mate. There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm remember he's lost and he's trying to get sacked, bro. I told you, man. I remember from the beginning. I said he's gonna try to get his compensation money because he knows United pay well. You know, like, and then going straight back to Portugal, fam. He'll get a job back at Sporting again.
Fraud,
What?
bro.
Listen, big up to all the man. Big up every single time. Big up Rob, Real King, Yasser, Francisco as well.
Big up.
Big up to you, man. I'm
up,
gonna
guys.
have my dinner. Fuck this club, man. This club's
Yes.
Uber Eats thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
redirect to Lee. His live stream's starting in about, I think, 15 minutes. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Northside Raid on the way in. And we're out, man. We're out. Love.
There you go, guys.
Out.
Hit the like button.